So on January 1st, 1998, you, Jel, and Doseone released Outer Perimeter as a group called Presage, right?
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with the idea to form the group?
So, me and Jel, we would,
I already know it's gonna be good.
we would, we both were kind of into like early conspiracy shit. And then we both had come across the book Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. And in passing over, when he's in Chicago and I'm in Cincinnati, we both mentioned the book. And we're like, oh, you like conspiracy shit, huh? Yeah, me too. So we literally started trading conspiracy videos back and forth. And so like you had to go to like big Christian bookstores, and like in the corner of a Christian bookstore, there would be all, the mark of the beast and like the coming digital age that will rape your kids, all these weird conspiracies. So the internet was, iffy about it. Like you couldn't get much. So we're just trading conspiracy videos. Literally. We were so far down the fucking rabbit hole, you wouldn't believe it. Tubs of that shit. And then one day we're like, hey, we should make a record using all this conspiracy shit. And he's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll be down there. And a couple weeks later, he showed up with a couple crates of records and an SP1200. And I had all my shit. We had a bunch of VCRs set up in the living room and long wires running into the samplers. And we just went to Conspiracy Town. And I had met Dose when 1200 Hobos opened for DJ Shadow, Latyrix, and Jeru the Damager. Dose had snuck backstage somehow and had ended up in a cipher with Latif and Lyrics Born for like hours. And so the dude that brought Dose in was this cat named Hood from Cincinnati. They brought Dose to the radio show that weekend to freestyle. And when I played a beat for him, he rapped for an hour and a half. Like he never broke. I just kept playing drums and he rapped for an hour and a half. Even during the commercial, he rapped the cue card for community radio, then went back to rapping just off the top of the head. So Jel's in town. We're working on this record. We get to the part where like we should put somebody on here. And I'm like, I got a dude. And so we went to his dorm room. He was going to the University of Cincinnati. Dose rapped in the dorm room for Jel. Cool. Comes back right after that and literally walks in, plays beating like that, and he just banged that verse out. There you go. We recorded that in a week. Not even.
Wow.
Like maybe 4 days and like 3 to mix it, because that's when manual. There's nothing automated. Like you had to. There's on a 12-track cassette thing.
The album definitely, conspiracy theories, New World Order, Illuminati, all that good shit, right? You strongly still believe in that stuff?
Depends on what part. What part?
Well, which part do you believe in?
Well, I mean, in theory, I still believe everything that I learned, but also like if this is the Illuminati's plan since, 1856 or whatever, your plan really fucking sucks because you haven't done shit, like Illuminati-wise. Now, some of the other shit, like there's a whole list of things listed on the record that really came to pass. Like we were using commercials like, you'll never have to use $1 again. And you'd see that digital thing that like, ain't nobody ever paying for shit by waving the thing in front of the thing. And now that's normal. So there's a lot of it that people will be like, if you heard it now, you'd be like, yeah, that's normal. Well, it wasn't normal 20-something years ago when we made the record. So, I mean, yeah, sure, I believe in it. But also I'm at the point where I'm like, just get it over with, man. Just do what you're going to do and fuck us all up. Let's go. Let's have the final brawl for it all and see who comes out on top. I'm tired of you fucking whispering secrets in my ear, and you gotta watch. Just bring it to my doorstep so I can fucking put this right in your fucking fat ass. Then you can kill me. We're done.
You're tired of the slow drip. Got you.
It's pussy. I'm like, just do it. If you're really gonna do it, just fucking do it. I don't know.
How important would you say this album, Outer Perimeter, was to the anti-con sound and the movement?
Um, I don't know. Because it's not on Anacon.
Right.
It's on Future Primitive. Yeah, it's on Future Primitive.
But it was almost like the beforehand,
Yeah, I guess if I was going to try to explain that, I would say that Jel, and I'm not shitting on any of the any of the Anacon dudes, but Jel, but before anyone else was like, Jel was a fucking monster. And for instance, he would do shit on the SP-1200, and I would just fucking stare at it. I didn't know what the fuck he would. I really had no clue what he was doing. I had never had one. I have like keyboard samplers up there and shit that are actually made by Emu also, but he would be doing all this weird shit. Like all the best parts on Presage is Jeff's music for sure. No doubt. He's so far ahead of the game that like when I first got Ableton, I found this trick. And when I did the trick, I'm like, oh shit, that's what Jel was doing 25 fucking years ago on the SP. It's legitimately. And when I called him, I'm like, yo, here's this trick on Ableton. And he was like, you're just now figuring this out? I'm like, did you ever, he never showed anybody either. I've heard other cats come close to it. He's like, so you're doing it on Ableton? I'm like, yeah, well, like this. And I showed him on the screen. He's like, yeah, it's the same thing on the SP-12. And I'm like, that was almost 30 fucking years ago, dude. And like, he was doing something that I figured out and use now. He's been doing it that long. So the monster that creates the Anacon universe in my mind is Jel.
Got you. Okay.
No offense to like Alias, Mayo, any of the dudes involved, but I think that sound kind of develops out of Jel, and they're like Dose and everyone, they find their way, and No Stom and them all figure out what they're gonna do. But if I could have been a fly on the wall, I would have been watching Jeff. So I was sure that they were all watching Jeff too, because there's just, you can't fuck with that dude. Like he's seriously beast.
So in 2022, right, you released Invitation to Hell, which was back from 99, 2000 that you guys did?
Yeah, Invitation to Hell was on shit. What is that fucking compilation called? It's like a Future Primitive type compilation. You know what I'm talking about? I'll find it. Hold up. I got it. It came out way, way back in the day. Like when no one knew that was a can record we were looping at the beginning. Invitation. Hold on, I'll find it. Urban Revolutions.
Oh, okay.
Future Primitive Sound Collection. That's a 2001 Urban Revolutions. Yeah. Yes.
So on that song, right, when you put the quote on there from the Prophecy movie,
yeah,
some people lose their faith because heaven shows them too little, but how many people lose their faith because heaven showed them too much?
Yeah.
How do you think about these type of things in the creative process of like what you're going to sample and when, you know what I mean? Like, why that in that time?
So I'm trying to think who somebody was one of DJ Steph's or DJ Anna's friends back in the day said, like they had bought the tapes and shit, and then Presage had come out and they sent a tape that had a bunch of samples. They're like, I think that you and Jel would like these for Presage. And the very first thing on the tape was this preacher talking the Invitation to Hell. And he's talking about driving too fast, drunk. So that's where the line, like, just opened it up, Invitation to Hell. But the whole thing is him talking about some drunk dude in the country, just, wee. And so we had Invitation to Hell. So then on top of all the conspiracy things, then there's also a whole wall full of random religious quotes. So I
religion, cults, all that shit, right?
I guess they're not down. We had a flood. We had to move everything out of here. So a lot of stuff's upstairs. I would record everything and I would write down any good line in all these books and timestamp it to the VHS tape. So here's the big religion books. There's like 30 of them, and I flip through it looking for that, and there's the prophecy, and I'm like, right here, that's kind of how that would happen. So the other part is Cape Fear, Robert De Niro doing the like Pentecostal thing, like I sent you to the ninth circle of hell. There you will learn about, like, that's how we were tying it all together.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Also, it just, like those two things kind of go hand in hand. Like the religious stuff is just as insane as the conspiracy stuff, and they intermingle, and we had picked up on that early. So also we didn't want to do another conspiracy thing, and that's part of why there's like never really been another Presage record, because like, what the fuck are we gonna do now? Like, all that shit came true, and we just can't do a record about Trump, plus they'll all come kill us now. Like, if Trump shit, they're gonna really, really show up for real, blow your house up and call you a domestic terrorist. So yeah, so we still talk about it. Like, every couple months, what can we do? What can we do? We already did the religion thing, and we already did this. Fuck, I don't know. Like, MK Ultra? Nah, because they already admitted to it. Like, there's a million things we could do, but like, we're like, don't want us to do UFOs. It's been beat to death. You know what I mean? So like, trying to find a thing we could do that's kind of where we've been at for the last few years.
Yeah, but man, that's so great to hear that you guys actually want to do it though, because I know fans want to see it
Yeah,
so bad.
I literally have, he sent me like 50 beats, but when he sends you a beat, he doesn't send like drums. He sends you like this epic 5-minute masterpiece. And I'm like, well, I mean, I could just take all these and mix them together, and that would be, I don't have to do shit, put dialogue in them. Jeff fucking's done. Like, he's that good. Like, I got some stuff we could use, and it's still sitting there, Presage, like, every time I hear it, like, fuck, but if I say, hey man, you got anything else, he'll send 50 more fucking things. He's quick with all that shit too. That's the most disgusting part. Like, I'm in that studio for 4 hours fucking with one hi-hat. That dude's made an EP in that amount of time.
Oh shit.